Hey everybody, JBR from JBR channel here, and I just wanted to present you guys with my little PowerPoint presentation on why I am not the biggest fan of the new Choose Your Legends of 2022. So some initial stuff before we dive into the main topics. I wanted to talk about the units themselves that were picked for this year. Obviously the fans themselves voted for them, and I got some opinions on that. I like all of the units that were picked, although I didn't really feel like any of them really needed another alt. I mean, Seliph is cool. I fucking love Seliph. Let me correct myself. I love Seliph. Seliph is one of my favorite lords in the series. Byleth is pretty cool. Tiki is the only one I felt like actually, needed an alt. Um, and then we literally got a Chrom alt this year, so I wasn't really, too pleased at any of these units getting a new alt other than Tiki, but I was fine with them because I like all these characters. But I feel like the way they were handled this year was, well, very, very lazy, and I'm going to get into why. I guess we'll just go down the list of when they were revealed. So Byleth is actually, the best unit out of all of these, I think, in terms of their design not being very lazy. Byleth being dressed up as Sothis is very safe. I mean, we could all probably predict that was going to happen, just like the other ones we'll get to on this list. Seliph. I think it was pulled off very nice. It's just like the costume that's in Fire Emblem 3 Houses. This is literally just straight out of the game, and I mean, it looks fucking awesome, and I'm a big fan of the art, so this one is okay. Although it's a little safe, I think if they went for something like dressing her up as Geralt or something else, it would have been really cool. But I guess we did just get Geralt, I think is what the grand hero was for this one, so I'm not too mad at Byleth. This one's okay. My main problems are when we get into the other units. So let's talk about Seliph. So again, I'm not really too upset at this artwork in this design. It's just very safe and kind of lazy IMO. Now, having him dress up as Sigurd is very cool. If you know the story of FE4, this is pretty big. I mean, hell, I doubt Seliph even remembers his father after the events of a FE4. So him dressing up as his father is pretty cool, but I do have some major problems with it. As you can see here, he is a red sword cavalier, and for Seliph and Sigurd, we already have a couple of those. So there's normal Sigurd, who has Tyrfing and is a sword unit, but he's foot locked, which is kind of cool. But my problem with this Brave Sigurd, I mean Brave Seliph, is that we already have Sword Cavalier Sigurd Seliph once, and then we have Sword Cavalier Sigurd not once but twice. So did we really need another Sword Cavalier Tyrfing? I don't think so. What I thought they were gonna do, which would have been super cool, is if they had Seliph dress up as like sort of his hero, Shannon. I think that would have been way cooler than just making another Tyrfing on a horse. I think him dressing up as Shannon, his idol, would have been way cooler. Or if they made him like a light tome user like Julia, that would have been pretty fucking cool. Considering you basically need Julia and her light tome to beat the final boss, it would have been cool if Seliph took up that role. But I think just him dressing up as Shannon and maybe using Shannon's sword would have been a lot cooler than just another Tyrfing Cavalier unit, because we needed a fourth one of those. And then let's get on to the one that has most people upset, myself included. We have Adult Tiki, who was the unit besides Seliph that I was most excited for, although Seliph kind of let me down. I was like, okay, Tiki's up next. Right? She'll be pretty fucking cool, right? We voted for Adult Tiki, and they gave us the outfit of Adult Tiki in Young Tiki's outfit, which is kind of whack, bro. Cause we voted for adult. If we wanted Young Tiki, we would have voted for Young Tiki. But we voted for Adult Tiki. But it's Adult Tiki in Young Tiki's clothing, so like, shit is whack, bro. Like, it's not the worst thing, but it's so uncreative. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't really like it. I think there's much cooler stuff that we could have done. Like, I don't know, having her dress up as like Marth or Chrom or some shit would have been super cool. But you know, we already have sword Cavalier Seliph, so we can't have another sword unit. So thanks, game. And after two disappointments, the last unit, Chrom, who already got an alt that I think is much cooler than this, by the way. Duo Chrom is much cooler than this unit. We have this Chrom. And he's very, very just existing. I guess he's his outfit, the reference of his outfit is literally just the Great Lord class that Chrom is in, but on a horse, which I guess is cool. I mean, like we didn't have Chrom as a Great Lord, so it is cool to see him as a Great Lord now. We already had Lucina as a Great Lord, so I mean it's pretty safe and tame. Once again, it's safe to make him a Great Lord, and he's on a horse for some reason because I guess they didn't want to just make this same unit over again. Seliph, I'm looking at you. Seliph makes me so angry, bro. It actually makes me so mad. It's fine, but it's so just fine, and it could have been so cool. I know I sound like a cranky old bitch, and I shouldn't have expected much from a mobile game, but you know, I just think this year's CYL is disappointing, and hopefully this video shows why I think that. If you really like some of the designs, hey, more power to you. I'm glad you got what you wanted. I didn't get what I wanted, so I'm making a YouTube video on it. If you got what you wanted, hey, I'm happy for you, my dude. Congratulations, right? Who am I pulling? I don't know. Byleth looks fucking hot and cool, so I think I will be pulling for Byleth.